Like, what? What? Look, I already got three, like, it's done. I already got it. This is the build. This is why I do this. Hey guys, this is Trigger Moon, and you're watching Gam Talk. Now today we're going to talk about builds, a samurai build more specifically, and if at any point you like what you're hearing or you like what you're seeing, please drop a like and subscribe. Please, please, thank you. Now let's get into this. This build is a pretty popular build at the moment. I quite like it. It's the ultimate build. So basically, you're going to try and get your ultimate as quick as possible. Now I'm going to start by saying what I put into this build, and then I'll talk about alterations you could do. You could change certain things, alterations. So, you got the Masamune's Edge. Now this is, I think, a must, because already you're not doing as much melee damage, so you want to be able to do that extra 20%, like double damage 20% of the time. Hopefully. You're hoping for more, but whatever. You get what you get. Um, and so I put melee damage to optimize on that. You put ultimate damage. That is a must, because what are you doing? You're calling your ultimate every 2 seconds. That's an exaggeration. But you're calling it quite often. So you need that ultimate damage to optimize. Water stance is a must on legendary Masamune, because it comes with wind stance. Wind stance is not bad. It lets you deal with the spear Oni, which are the most annoying Oni of all. And unfortunately, you can't use, let's see over here, you can't use Way of the Flame because you need that water stance. Water stance is the most useful stance, the quickest inputs. It's the best. Just use water stance. That's what you want. Um, and then wind stance, well, you got it to use against spear Oni, as I said. Now, you're not a bowman. You're not a hunter. You don't use the bow that much. So what's important on the bow is to have range resolve gain so that whenever you use it, you're getting something out of it. And then range damage just because. And helmet piercing because you want to optimize on the fact that you can hit any enemy and get your range resolve no matter who it is. Next, this is the most important. Injured resolve. This is the whole point of the build. Injured resolve gain. Now the max is 25. I got 24.7. I'm pretty lucky here. And once again, ultimate damage. Now what injured resolve gain does is every time you get hit, you get resolved like mad crazy. So we're gonna get this not only on the defense charm, but also on the gourd, which I'll show you after. I put health increase because if my goal is to get hit so that I can get my ultimate, then I need as much health as I can possibly get. Next up is the Kunai. The Kunai is the only Ghost Weapon 1 to give melee damage. So of course, as a samurai, I want to cash in on that. So you put that melee damage and damage increase. Damage increase just so that the kunai is more useful, and super massive to deal even more damage and throw them back. Now I don't have a smoke because I'm using the gourd, because the gourd is the only thing that comes with injured resolve. So that's why I put super massive so that they get thrown back. If I need to revive someone, I need to distract them by tossing them away. So that's why you get the super massive. Healing gourd. Part 2 of my injured resolve gain. I got, look at this, super lucky, 25%. That's the max. I lucked out there. So cooldown reduction on kills, super useful so that you can heal yourself whenever you can if you don't have a Ronin with you, or if the Ronin's healing is on cooldown or they don't have their super. Well, you're going to need to heal yourself because you're taking hits like crazy so that you can get your ultimate. So definitely put that strong brew. 50% increase in healing. You need that because you're going to be taking hits. So, yeah. So that's the build. Now let's talk about certain changes that you could do. Like obviously in this game, there's so many things you can do. Whatever I say isn't a must. You don't need to do exactly what I said. You do whatever you want. But let's talk about it. Another change you could do here is you could also put just any water katana, and in that case, if you take a water katana, you would still want the ultimate damage. So you would take this. I would put melee. You could put melee damage. That's helpful. Melee resolve gain just gives an extra little something, something, so that when you're hitting, you're getting some resolve, and also when you're shooting your bow. So that's two ways of getting resolve apart from the injured resolve gain. I put Wave of the Flame because that way you can deal with the Spear Oni. The flame is non-blockable. You can't block that. So as soon as you use it, they're in deep doo-doo because they're getting hit. So that is a must if ever you're doing that. This, you're not going to change this. I mean, yeah, no, you're not going to change this at all. So, I mean, you could put a longbow if you wanted to. You could, but then you'd lose the helmet piercing. So, that's up to you. Defense charm, that the only thing you would change here is the health increase. You could change this, and this is actually not a bad idea. You could put this to super armor. That way, you're not, by the hammer onis, or the massive onis, or whatever, you're not getting tossed around. You're staying in place as they're hitting you. That way you can usefully use that injured resolve and smack them at the same time. So that is another option. You could definitely do that. Not wrong. This, well, not much you could change about this. I mean, you could remove the damage increase and put cooldown reduction on kill. And I'll delve into this. Cooldown reduction on kill, in my opinion, is always more useful than cooldown reduction. Cooldown reduction just reduces the overall time forever, and cooldown reduction on kill is every kill you get, it will be reduced by whatever seconds you have. So if you have 4 seconds, every kill, 4 seconds off that 30-second cooldown. Because that's what it is. The kunai is 30 seconds, which isn't that long. It's not that long. And the gourd? Well, strong brew is pretty darn good. But if you really wanted to, you could put sudden resolve to get your ultimate faster, because that's the point. Or, I mean, lucky isn't bad either, because you will need the healing. But I just prefer strong brew. That's up to you. Now, let's go to the techniques. So, since you're going to be taking so much damage, you're not going to go for explosive blade because unless you have the samurai charm, you're not healing when you're using it. So, let's go with spirit pull. And then next, well, I would, this is up to you though. I would put, if you're a nightmare, 25 health increase for sure, because then you're not dying. If you're not a nightmare, then you could do the 10%, or if you're confident in your skills, do 10% all the time because that's always useful. Now these two aren't that useful. You're going to go for the extra resolve. Now you might not use it all the time, but it's handy to have it because in between rounds in survival, you might not have used your super or ultimate. You wouldn't have used it. Meaning that if you have 4 resolve up, then it'll only take 2 more resolve to get it again. So I use that. And this is a no-brainer. 2 extra hits. 2 extra hits. That what why wouldn't you do that? Like, no. In game, in the base game, sure, yeah, okay, this is useful, sure. This, no, not in this case. But this, ooh, extra 2 hits. It's just beautiful. It's amazing. So that's my build. I'm gonna show you how to use it. I'm just gonna stand here and see how fast I get my resolve. Look, what? Like, what? What? Look, I already got 3, like, it's done. I already got it. This is the build. This is why I do this. Look at, like, so fast. Ridiculously fast. Get on my face. Thanks for watching, guys. Once again, if you liked it, please add a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I can't say that enough. I'm thankful for anyone who's watching this. And goodbye, and have a lovely day.